You treat your kid around the door and that.
He doesn't let us.
For the kid or the wife? Let me see the.
Madam Clerk.
Madam sounds. I'm sorry. So it's distinguished. Madam Secretary, yeah, we got Secretary of State and President Cabinet. Yeah, I noticed that.
Mhm. Well, the Pledge of Allegiance and sound really good.
I'll sing all the
Absolutely.
out here support you.
It's pretty cool.
That is.
He's turning red, guys.
Oh.
Mike wore a red shirt for you.
Trustee Pais.
Okay, give me, okay, just let me know. I'm ready.
I think you're okay. I'll make sure. Are you connected? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course there's people on
They
there,
all came back in.
right?
Well, you're lucky I took. Not that you want.
I'm flattering.
Yes, it is.
We'll get started here in a second, folks. We're having a little technical difficulty, I guess. As soon as our village attorney comes back in.
This is my book.
What, 40?
I just turned it out really close. You know, you're laughing, but you look way older than me. So, I mean, honestly, I'm not saying crap right now.
That's funny right there.
Seriously. We're not live, right?
Yes, we are.
So sorry.
I know funny. That's yes, we are. That's live. That's
Now
very
it's public
true.
record too.
Mhm.
Ever.
Yes, it is. Pick on me.
I'll take it.
No, I think
Make
that's
sure you start this.
very debatable. I would love to. Here you go.
I believe we're,
We're good now, Joe? Okay. Okay, let's call to order the February 7th, 2023 Village Board meeting. This meeting is being conducted both in person and remotely. For the record, this is Village President Mark Zula, and I am currently at our regular meeting location, Roscoe Village Hall. Provisions have been made to allow elected officials, village staff, and members of the public to participate remotely if necessary And as always, any action taken tonight will be conducted by a roll call vote. Item 2, Pledge of Allegiance. I will now ask all those present to please rise. The Pledge of Allegiance, given the audio delay issues, we will ask everyone participating remotely to keep their microphone on mute during the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Item 3. Roll call. Clerk, would you please call the roll, and for those trustees joining remotely, please acknowledge that you can hear the proceedings.
Gustafson. Here. Keen.
Here, and I can hear you.
Malaco.
Here.
Petty. Petty.
Somebody's on, but I think she has an issue with her audio at this point.
Flock.
Here.
Done.
Here. Please let the record show that Petty is present though. Okay. All right. Item 4, public comment. Are there any members of the public that wish to be heard under public comment this evening? If there are any members of the public logged into the meeting this evening to speak, please unmute your phone or microphone, state your name and address, and always please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Joe, do we have any hands up there virtually? Anyone on the floor wish to speak under public comment this evening? No? Okay. Joe, do we have any hands up?
No,
We do not. Okay, so public comment going once, public comment going twice, public comment is now gone. Item 5, President's Report. Okay. Let's see, I have 2 distinct honors this evening. For one, I get to officially wish Chief Evans all of our best while she enjoys some much deserved time off. As she transitions to retirement, I assure you we will spend much more time celebrating the amazing legacy that Chief Evans will leave after more than 24 years in our department, a department that she helped form into the model that it is today. But we are going to hold off on that for a while yet, at least until the official retirement is announced and the career is truly celebrated this coming April. Tonight, we also will be appointing Deputy Chief Sam Holly to the position of Interim Chief of Police. Chief Evans has been working with Sam for months now to ensure a smooth transition. And we have every confidence in the Interim Chief Holly will effectively guide this department until such time as we're able to permanently fill the position. With that, I can ask for a trustee. I will ask the motion to confirm the appointment of Sam Holly to Interim Chief, carrying with it the established compensation for the position.
So moved.
First by Michael Dunn. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Anthony King. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Gustafson. Yes. Dunn.
Yes.
Flock.
Yes.
Malaco.
Yes.
Keen.
Yes.
Petty.
Yes.
Thank you.
Excellent. Sue, we heard you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, Sam, come on up. I'll meet you down here in the middle. Oh, can I have that one back? Thank you.
Yeah.
Would you like to join us? Ready?
I, Samuel Hawley, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and I will faithfully discharge my duties as interim chief of police of the Police Department of Roscoe, Village of Roscoe, Winnebago County, Illinois, according to the best of my ability.
Ma'am, would you do the honors? Never gonna stick. I'll make sure you get the honor right there.
And all that and out.
And listen, folks in the galley, we'll take a few moments. By all means, please come on up. You want to do some pictures and stuff like that. We totally understand that. So, and you got to stay up here for a picture. Yeah.
Are you good?
It's already unflattering. It's just.
Right.
And now me first.
Mark's got a question today. Oh.
Thank you.
Anybody else you want to have come up and do a picture? You're more than welcome to. So if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, guys. Come on up. Let's get a couple pictures here for you real quick. Absolutely. Fire department too. You guys, you want to come up next? Okay. Do the officers first and then the fire department. Hey, thanks for coming. Good to see you. Absolutely. Good to see you. Thanks for all you do.
And it saved a extra second.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Less glare.
Yeah.
Oh, here, let me grab this. Very nice.
No.
They're happy.
Fire department. Hey. Hey. James.
Thanks for coming tonight, you guys.
You don't know how to take pictures.
I thought we were about to get
No.
Congrats.
Oh, that's a group right there. Look at that.
Right here. Thank you.
All good? Oh, absolutely. Oh, and I apologize. Yes, husband and wife. My mistake.
Only retirees.
Only retirees not get up here. One more. Smile now, come on. Excellent. Very nice.
This is Jeff Schilling. He's the head of the training and standards board.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. Come on up, please.
You couldn't have picked a better candidate.
Absolutely.
I've known Sam a very long time and
Appreciate that.
he's the definition of integrity without a shadow of a doubt. Loved working with him, but I'm glad I hung up my hat and now we're just on the other side.
We appreciate that. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
I'm a
Thank you.
Roscoe native, plus I still need help, so. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Put this back.
Okay.
Thank you. And sign that.
Purpose.
Excellent. Okay, item 6, Steve, can you please give us the financial report?
Sure. Bills submitted for approval tonight are expenditures per list of $161,397. We have payroll expenses tonight of $6,084. And we have cash on hand after payment of the bills of $8,174,828. We have motor fuel expenses tonight of $87,986, leaving cash on hand in the motor fuel fund of $1,113,772.
Excellent. We have a motion to pay the bills, please.
So moved.
First by Justin Black,
Second.
second by, I believe that was Anthony King, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you were in there second or after that, Sue. So, any discussion?
Yes, I have a question.
Sure.
Scott, the Astute Web Group, this is the last month.
Would January being the last month? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
I think we'll have February.
And we'll have February.
I've been trying to bang out memos. I did not finish, but started a memo that I'll send to all of you tomorrow regarding our plans for website hosting and redesign. I'd rather handle it that way. I would anticipate that'll be the last monthly expense from February will be the last monthly invoice from the student.
Any other questions?
No.
Clerk call the roll, please.
Keen,
Yes.
Hetty,
Yes.
Gustafson. Yes. Malaco,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Flock.
Yes.
So motion carries 6-0. Dave, I also believe you have the 2022 end of the year.
Yes, I've finished the final budget to actual report for 12/31. And total general fund revenues finished the year at about 8.2 million, which is about 2 million more than we had budgeted. The expenditures finished the year at about 7.5 million, which is about 200,000 under the amount we had budgeted. The original budget had a deficit balance of almost 1.5 million. However, we ended the year with a surplus of just over $700,000. That leaves a general fund balance of about 6,374,000, up from 5,674,000 the previous year. One of the biggest drivers of these positive results was 435,000 we received from the CARES grant. That was from the first stimulus, and it was expected to be received in 2021. However, we didn't receive it until 2021. Overall revenues were very strong. The sales tax and use tax kind of flattened out and was probably similar to last year, but income taxes were way up. We do have a couple items that need to be addressed with a budget transfer. We won't have to do a supplemental appropriation, but we should probably transfer some things between line items in the budget. And I'll put that together for probably the first board of March.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Okay, item 7, consent to general approval of minutes from January 17th, 2023 village board meeting. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
So moved.
First by Justin Black, second by Sue Petty. Clerk call the roll, please.
Hetty,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Gustafson. Yes. Flock,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Keen.
Yes.
A motion carries 6-0. Item 8, motion and resolutions, final action. 8.1, approval of 2023-R02, authorizing of the purchase of a 70-inch Land Pride RTR tiller from Bobcat of Rockford for the quoted price of $8,900. I have a motion to approve.
So moved.
First by Justin Platt, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Anthony Keene. Any discussion? Clerk call the roll, please.
Dunn,
Yes.
Gustafson. Yes. Keen,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Hetty,
Yes.
Flock.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0. 8.2, approval of 2023-R03, authorizing the purchase of installation of new sprockets and tracks for the Village Bobcat T750 compact track loader from Bobcat of Rockford for the quoted price of $6,469.81. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
First by Joseph Black, second by Anthony King. Any discussion? Clerk call the roll, please.
Flock,
Yes.
Hetty,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Keen,
Yes.
Gustafson,
Yes.
Dunn.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0. 8.3, approval of 2023-R04, authorizing the purchase of 6 rectangular picnic tables and 3 46-inch round picnic tables from Uline for the quoted price of $10,200.17. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
First by Justin Platt, can I have a second?
So moved.
Second by Michael Dunn. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Malaco,
Yes.
Keen,
Yes.
Petty,
yes,
Flock,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Gustafson.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0. Item 8.4, approval of 2023-R05, authorizing the purchase of 2 3-line electronic signboards from Sherwin Industries for the quoted price of $40,165. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
First by Michael Dunn. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Justin Plack. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Malaco,
Yes.
Keen,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Gustafson,
Yes.
Petty,
yes,
Flock.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0. Item 8.5, approval of resolution 2023-R06, authorizing entering into an engineering outsourcing agreement with Fairgram and Associates LLC to provide 2023 municipal engineering services jointly for the village of Roscoe and the city of South Beloit for the village quoted portion of $67,250. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
First by Justin Black, second by Anthony Keene. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Dunn,
Yes.
Petty,
yes,
Gustafson,
Yes.
Keen,
Yes.
Flock,
Yes.
Malaco.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0. 8.6, approval of resolution 2023-R07, authorizing entering into an agreement with Fairgram and Associates LLC for design, engineering, and construction observation for the 2023 residential street program for a quoted price of $55,000.
So moved.
First by Carol Gustafson. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Michael Dunn. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Flock,
Yes.
Keen,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Gustafson,
Yes.
Petty.
yes,
Motion carries 6-0. Item 8.7, approval of resolution 2023-R08, authorizing entering into an agreement with Fairgram and Associates LLC for engineering design services for 2024 residential streets program for the quoted amount of $26,900.
So moved.
Thank you, Justin. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Stacy Malaco. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Keen,
Yes.
Gustafson,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Petty,
yes,
Flock.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0. Okay, item 9, new business. I don't believe we have anything under new business unless someone has something under new business. I don't have any. Item 10, old business. Does anyone have anything under old business? I don't have anything.
I have just a couple quick things.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll hand it
Go
down
ahead.
to everyone. I know Trustee Gustafson, I think, had asked about a list of expenses from Hometown Holiday. I've compiled that. I just finished this. I didn't email it out. A hard copy, or I will email it. Bottom line, total expenditures, including all printing of all signs and everything. It was a lot this year. I itemized it all. Was $4,095.75. We received contribution from Elevate 15 of $1,250 to help offset that. The village total expenditure for the 2022 hometown holiday was $2,845.75. Which is well below. I think we have sort of kept, we aggregate all of our special events together and try to itemize them. And I think we generally pencil hometown holiday in for closer to 5,000. But 2,845 is what we ended up paying. Also, I just want to update people that there's been recently some news that our R1 Planning Council, which is an MPO, Metropolitan Planning Organization, the whole country is divided into MPOs. We're sort of on the borderline between SLATs and R1. We're more a member of R1, but after I think sincerely a 10-year effort, the R1 MPO has received federal designation as a member organization. It's a mouthful. It's the U.S. Department of Commerce and Economic Development, which should mean it's a high threshold that I can't intelligently speak to of the hoops they've had to jump through for years to get to it, but it does raise funding opportunities, and it means a greater share of EDA funding coming to the region. Members of the U.S. Department will be coming and visiting with all the member entities of R1 throughout 2023. Those visits to be scheduled. But President Zul and I attended the press conference. Senator Duckworth came in for the press conference to announce this designation. There were other elected officials there as well. She came in a little early, and there was a group of maybe 10 or 12 of us that had an audience with her beforehand when Mark was able to put in her hands printed out copies of we have funding requests for our 3 major projects in to both Senator Durbin and Senator Duckworth's office, but we printed those out again as refreshers and put them in an envelope and hand delivered those again at that press conference. That wasn't too overstuffy.
So she said if anyone had a wish list ready to bring it, and I have mine ready.
I don't know. So that's just kind of good news. That's all I got.
Excellent. It was a good day. Let's see, then that's under old business, right, Scott? Okay.
I did that old business.
I don't, anything on our, else under old business?
Yes. A couple of questions and comments. I understand that there had been some, let's say, dissatisfaction with the large recyclable totes, but I think from what I understand, many of our staff rose to the occasion and helped our residents make trades or facilitated a trade to a smaller tote for recycling. So I wanted to thank those staff members who listened to all those irate phone calls, made the lists, and facilitated the exchanges for those people who wanted those done. And except for that, were there any other problems or issues that you're aware of in the rollout or implementation?
No, that's been largely it. You know, they were people were notified in advance that they had the opportunity to retain their 35-gallon cart rather than the 96. And in the advance of the transfer week, that went generally smoothly given its scale. In advance of that week, probably only a dozen people had reached out and said we'd prefer to keep ours. So we were able to share that list with Waste Management and their subcontractor, a company called Cascade Industries, that was dropping off the new carts. But during the flow of it, we probably got 2 dozen more. And some were irate, many were very respectful, thankfully. There will still, and Cascade did a good job of circling back. They might have dropped off the big cart on Tuesday. The person would call, and on Thursday, they'd swing back around and pick up the big cart again. In fact, I know there was one residence where they had to circle back 3 different times to actually for the big cart to be back out waiting for them, and they gathered it up and took it. I know right now as of this morning, at least 2 or 3, maybe more came in today, of people who now even after the fact are still sort of saying, hey, I don't need this big one. And now that salting company is gone to collect them on a larger scale, we will continue to send those to Waste Management, and Waste Management will collect them with their own box truck from the transfer station up on the North Frontage Road.
Thank you.
Well, I'd say that's pretty good with the thousands of people we have here to have about 4,000 situations.
I'm not kidding you, one of the more interesting complaints, and perhaps the most legitimate one, is I got 3 calls complaining that their package colors.
That one.
That they're
Package colors. Actually, I've heard that. Actually, my next door neighbor was a diehard Bear fan. That was the first thing he said.
I got
First thing in my mind.
Oh, you do?
Hey, Scott, they did drop one off at the house.
really.
Yeah, still sitting out there.
Yeah. So. Okay, anything else under old business? No. Item 11, public comment. Once again, if any remaining members of the public, either present or logged in to the meeting this evening, wish to speak, please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Joe, do we have any hands up out there in the public? Any of you gentlemen out there wish to speak under public comment this evening? No. Okay. Joe, we have no hands up. Okay, so public comment going once, Public comment going twice. Public comment is now gone. Executive session. We sent some memos out today. There's no need for us to go into an executive session for anything that I'm aware of. Item 13, motion for adjournment. First by Justin Clark. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Anthony King. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Dunn,
Yes.
Block,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Gustafson, yes, King,
Yes.
Eddie.
yes.
I'm finding myself in a writing mode. So about 6 more memos, a trail of about 6 more memos. We keep it a yellow pad list of topics and finally banging through them. Tony and Sue both voted yes to Bill's remote. Thanks.
Yes, they did. Oh, excuse me.
One second.
Mhm.
Go ahead and call to order the February 7th, 2023 Committee of the Whole meeting. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Gustafson, here, Malaco,
Here.
Dunn,
Here.
Block,
Here.
Eddie,
Here,
King.
Here, and I can hear you.
Thank you.
Item 3, approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the January 17th Committee of the Whole meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Keen, second by trustee Malaco. Any discussion? Clerk, would you please call the roll?
King,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Block,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Gustafson, yes, Eddie.
yes.
Public comment. Anyone here wish to speak for public comment tonight? Anyone online, Joe, still might want to have their hand up or chime in for public comment? We'll move into our new business. We only have 2 items tonight. We have discussion or recommendation to the board regarding the purchase of new fixtures for the Leland Park Rec Rooms and Concession Building. These were included at budget time. But what you have in your packet are 2 different prices. It's for doing it with traditional ceramic fixtures or stainless steel. We'll tell you, I think, and I'll turn this over to Troy. Thank you. I think we were expecting the stainless steel to be even a greater disparity from the ceramics. I'll leave it up to you what you think of that disparity. But this is, hey, Troy, would you mind running through? I know what they have in front of them are a lot of model numbers and product numbers. Troy, would you walk them through the actual items represented in those quotes?
Sure, no problem. On the one quote for the porcelain stuff, there's a lot more because you have to buy an extra toilet seat and stuff like that. And then there's flush valves also, but most of them, there's 2 sinks, 3 toilets, and 2 urinals. And then I don't know if you see like I think it was a 6-gallon. There's a little electric water heater that goes in the bathroom, and then there's a 50-gallon water heater that goes for the concession stand. And then a Chicago faucet sink, which is one of those longer ones that kind of reach out and fold for like a 3-basin sink for the triple washing.
And those items are essentially reflected in both quotes, but just different materials, right?
That's correct, except for the stainless steel seats. The seats are included. The stainless steel toilets, I'm sorry, the seats are included. And they both install the same. The only thing is they said with the stainless steel, it might take like 4 weeks to get the product in. and around a week for the porcelain to come in. Right now, the bathrooms have porcelain in them, except for the sinks, and the sinks are both stainless steel.
Question, this is Tony King. Troy, what is the durability difference between the ceramic and the stainless steel? Is stainless steel more durable and therefore the longevity of the fixtures would, guarantee some long-term use?
Yes, stainless steel is more durable, especially if graffiti, you can clean off a lot easier. And then obviously, hopefully no one would ever try to bring like a sledgehammer in there to break anything. The stainless steel is going to be a lot stronger. In my time here, we really haven't had any vandalism problems with the toilets or seats or anything like that. The only thing we've had is someone ripping the soap dispensers off the wall. But thankfully, luckily, so far, there's been no other vandalism with, the toilets or the sinks.
I'm going to share with you guys, just for what it's worth, my assessment of this before we get the pricing. And this falls right in the up to decide category for me, is I thought that if we would have to replace the ceramic 2 times, then it would make sense to go to stainless steel. Like it was just, if you only had to replace it once and we had to buy the ceramics 2 times because heaven forbid one time someone broke something, then I don't know that I wouldn't know if I would evaluate it being worth the additional price. It falls almost right in there, right? It's almost exactly twice as much. It's $9,525 versus $20,032. So it's about twice as much, which is right where it's like a tough decision for me. So I welcome your decision, you having to make this decision.
Well, we heard that there hasn't been vandalism in the past. That's a good thing.
Yep.
Who knows what the future will bring. Troy, as far as ease of cleaning, one over the other, stainless steel over ceramic, as far as them looking better over a long period of time because you can clean them, they're not getting stained and all that kind of stuff. Stainless versus ceramic, which way would you go?
It's kind of tough. I know with the ceramic that the white can dull with the water over time and stuff like that. The stainless steel, I know you have to buy special cleaners to keep it. Well, not really special, but you have to use a stainless steel cleaner otherwise you can scratch the stainless steel. But it's a lot easier, in my opinion, to keep clean more than, the ceramic over a couple, I'm not sure how many years, but it'll start to tarnish, turn yellow.
Could I inject something into the conversation on this, please?
Yes, please.
I've worked in meat packing and meat processing for some years. And all of the equipment in those industries is stainless steel, simply for the cleaning aspect of it. It doesn't hold pathogens or fungi. It's not porous so that something can take root in it, or, it helps with the sanitation, the fungicide and germicide sanitation of the equipment, which has to be done prior to USDA allowing the equipment to operate. So in the industries that I've been in, stainless steel is the standard for cleanliness and sanitation. And that should carry over, I would think, to the use of stainless steel fixtures in a public venue. But that's, just things that I know from my experiences.
Did I understand that we currently have 3 stainless steel sinks and
Ceramic toilets and urinals.
okay, is this proposal just replacing those or going all one way or the other?
It would replace, either proposal is to replace everything. So it would even be replacing the old stainless sinks with new stainless steel sinks. Now, Troy, that's the good question is, does the ceramic approach mean replacing existing stainless steel sinks with new ceramic sinks?
Yeah. Yes, in that quote it is.
Okay. Dora, what's forgive me for not having gone out and looked, what's the, what would you say is the current condition of the existing stainless steel sinks?
They're decent. They're not too bad, but they're not new either.
Yeah.
I mean, we might be able to get like some type of stainless steel polish and get them, looking brand new again.
Or could we use them somewhere else?
Possibly.
Would there be use for those at the Public Works?
That's what I was just thinking down there. in Public Works facility.
Saved as replacements.
Exactly.
Well, I would like to suggest that we go with the stainless steel for longevity, cleanliness, durability, appearance, and my preference.
Is that a motion or just?
It's a motion.
Second.
And I second it. I second it.
Stacy already got it there.
Yeah, I think a slight delay, Sue. I'm sorry. So we have a motion from Trustee Gustafson and a second from Stacy Malaco to send to the board for approval of the purchase of the quote that is stainless steel materials for the amount of $20,082.20. Any further discussion?
What, do you know exactly what we budgeted for this project? I didn't look it up before this. My phone.
No, off the top of my head, I'm sorry. This is probably Parks building improvements. Is that right, Troy?
Yes.
We budgeted $15,000. Leland bathroom restoration. Although I wonder if this specifically, we had Leland bathroom restoration for $15,000 in a larger Parks building improvement total of $230,000. So I don't know if this is also bringing in some water heaters and some other appurtenances that might not have been specifically contained in that $15,000 bathroom restoration.
I was gonna say, do we have the option of going with the stainless steel 3 sinks and porcelain bathroom?
That is an option, yes. We probably should vote on the motion first, and if the board wants to modify them, amend the motion, but we have a motion on the floor for the stainless steel quote motion. So that should probably get its vote first. Right. I'm going to call the roll, or have you call the roll, please.
Dunn,
No.
Petty,
Yes.
Block,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Gustafson. Yes.
Motion passes 5-1, moves on to the board. Item 5.2 is discussion and recommendation of the board regarding the purchase of new audience chairs as modeled right now, or by our 2 guests. I have a couple options in there for you, and I realized right away I made an error. I solicited both quotes for 25 chairs, and looking back through the budget, we approved 20. So let's please amend either quote to 20 chairs. $7,000 was budgeted. This was the chair that I quoted for the budget. It is a $350 chair. 20 of those would be $7,000. I asked Rocket Office Supply to, it's a lovely chair. It's a wonderful chair, and we could do that if that's the one you wanted. But I provided you 2 alternate quotes. It's a really heavy chair. So I asked
Dollars it should be.
yeah, right. So what you have, I think, are quotes for chairs that are at unit prices of $300, which is that same chair had with, I believe, a different back and leg structure, and then a stackable chair that's entirely different. So let me pull those up. Audience chair. Can I share this, Joe?
Is it possible, may I ask something?
Yes, absolutely. So
Why is it two-toned?
I think that's just the light.
it's just the reference picture that's on the website. We can pick any color we want.
Okay. Yeah, well, I am more in favor of stackables. Because they could be used elsewhere if needed. For a day, whatever.
I'm going to share this exhibit. I'm going to try to blow it up a little. So the OM guest chair here is at 298. And that is this chair here. That is similar to that. You can see it's got a mesh back. It would not have arms. The image shown has arms. They would not have arms, but it has this more cantilevered support structure to it. It is weight rated for 350 pounds. The stackable chair is back to a 4-leg chair, significantly less padding. This had a 275-pound weight rating, I think, memory serves.
And that's the stackable one?
This is the stackable one that you're seeing on your screen right now. Yep.
I think if we went with the stackable one, it'd be the same situation that we have right there. They're uncomfortable. I don't think we care for them too much. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you look, the difference is significant. Really, the difference between the two is the padding of the seat. If you look at the one that's on the screen right now, much thicker. It is that same padding. It's the same seat of the Ginny chair that's in front of you now, as opposed to that padding on that there. But I wouldn't put it in there if there wasn't merit. Stackable is attractive as well. I'm not sure. So, what's the unit price on this one? $219. Okay. Well, look at that. You can get 25 of them and still be well under budget. Well under $7,000.
When you first said they are heavy chairs, I mean.
Seriously, go pick that up once, Carol.
Yeah, these are
No, thank you.
not that we move these around a lot, but it's
It's well made.
it's a beefy chair. That's a forever chair. The first two, maybe all three, I don't know, but the first two are for sure forever chairs. We buy these and the village isn't buying chairs for a very, very, very long time. These are what I like the continuity though, that line. And if we picked one of these other ones, we could do it black on black, maybe to match. But that's what's used already throughout the building. Those are the guest chairs throughout the PD, and there's 2 of them in President Zula's office.
And those are the ones that are.
Now, these aren't even, this would be a separate one. Those are $350 a piece. So I didn't, but that is what the budget was based upon. I based the budget upon the most expensive one. So we had budgeted 20 chairs at $350 a piece for $7,000, and that's that chair. I've given you 2 other options here of a chair at $300 and at $219. Perhaps I spoiled you for choice.
Mhm.
What's the difference if we added more of
Yeah,
those?
I mean, that's a long range.
Added more of them.
You're paying
It's money.
Let's match up.
So I mean,
So it's option 2, I suppose.
we could say, hey, let's get 20 of that chair at $350 a piece, and that's the $7,000, and that's what we budgeted, and we're done. That is an option.
And we do have extra chairs around that would match that if we needed a few more.
Yeah, the more I'm saying that out loud, maybe that's smart to purchase chairs that we already have some inventory of. So that if we needed to bring more out to add for an event, or if we needed, if the PD needed some more or something on their side for a training, they'd all match up.
Yep.
It just seems
Okay.
strange to me that an audience chair would come in at $350. I guess I haven't been shopping for furniture in a very long time. I mean, that's kind of sticker shock here.
They are,
They
they are professional, commercial, heavy grade chairs. You know, you can see, like even the chairs we have in President Zula's office, I've noticed it, and I haven't looked at these yet. That we're sitting in, but some of the fabric is already starting to ripple and overlap on some of the chairs just from people sitting in them and scooching your boot around a little bit. And there's just a difference between a Office Depot style chair and a professional grade furniture chair.
Between that one and the 2 we have in here, I'd rather go the middle of the road, the one that has arms but isn't going to have arms.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion. Rather.
I put that in there because I think it'll be every bit as comfortable and every bit as, and a little bit cheaper. That's why I asked for that.
They kind of match the chairs out here.
Ring base? Isn't that what it has? So we'll see people rocking.
They kind of,
It's kind of 350. I asked about that. I asked what the weight rating is, and it's that.
That's actually a good point, really.
yeah. No, they kind of match the chairs out here. Is the way I look at it, that we're all sitting in.
Good point, yeah.
With the mesh back to them.
I'd really rather go with the stackable ones, but.
Is the cushion on the mesh back one the same as the cushion on this one?
Correct. Yes. Yep. So if we did,
Without the,
go ahead, Sue.
well, without the arms.
Yes,
You're talking about without the arms.
I am. They just didn't have a photo of it without the arms. If you
And
don't-
are they stackable at all?
Those are not stackable. Only the second one showed the OM SG3C stackable chair. That's the only stackable one of what we're talking about.
But I think Mark suggested, hey, listen, we could, if we needed more chairs, let's say we wanted to, for one event, move some chairs to Porter Park Lodge.
Oh,
Let's just say we wanted to move chairs for just one event. We have chairs elsewhere. That's what he was saying, that we could use.
I don't think so.
Did you?
No, what I was saying, Sue, and I'm not disagreeing with that. I did say that if we bought this chair, that we do have some other chairs in my office and in the PD that are the same as that chair, right? I don't
Okay,
think we would
all right.
move anything like that to Porter Park, but I mean, sometimes the police are doing training and different things like that. Or we may have an event over here where we might need 5 or 6 more chairs or whatever the case may be for a bid opening or whatever. We would be able to, intertwine that thing.
Okay.
Let's for a moment focus on the stackable ones here. Review, what was the unit price?
218,
218.
219.
219. Okay, they're stackable. They don't spring. The weight, 275, you said? Weight load. And the material is what?
Fabric. We have several options in color. It's a fabric
Okay.
material.
And durability, do they guarantee 1 year, 2 years, no years?
I don't know the guarantee.
Well,
it looks
we
like
don't
they're
have that
made
many
out of
people
plastic.
who come to our meetings. And very rarely do we have a meeting
I'll look up the specs.
that lasts 2 hours.
Polyseat with black fabric overlay.
So they don't look
Comfortable,
that
actually.
uncomfortable.
Everyone said those were.
Well, these things were used to begin with, those were own things. We got.
Those chairs are not.
So,
Most stackable chairs, let's just call it what it is. And I'm not arguing the point.
utilitarian.
It's just, most stackable chairs don't give. Good stuff. And
Gene Seeger
The whole-
testified to that.
yeah, so the whole thing is that to try to find a more comfortable chair, right? And spend a little bit of money to do that. I get that. Of course, and then, if in fact we needed some chairs to go out to Porter Park, like Sue said, we have those right there that most definitely could go to Porter Park in case they need. Sure. We already own those,
The red ones.
right? The red.
So if we're looking at the ones on the computer, just to reference for everyone, the first one would be $5,960. And then the stackable, the second one would be $4,380 if we got 20. So that's a difference of $1,580. Between those three.
Sounds accurate.
Good math.
Good.
So just throwing it out.
I guess you don't really have to make a decision tonight either. Guys can sleep on it for a couple of weeks and then next week. Next week.
Get a sample of the stackable one and we can do a seat.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, I do.
I just left the meeting. It's not me.
Oh, it's things this microphones. Yeah, it's half time.
Sure.
It's those.
They just jumped in.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Oh.
There.
For the purpose of moving this, I'd like to make a motion that we purchase the stackable middle of the road chair, the one that came in at $218. Is that the unit price?
Yes, it was 219.
$219, 20 of those.
That's not the middle of the road one, isn't it?
That's the bottom, that's the bottom.
That's the bottom.
Okay, the bottom.
Yeah.
Those spring things just don't. They're not stackable and chairs in motion, it's like going to show place 14 or 16. It's bobbing back and forth stuff.
Can we get one of each?
I second that motion.
To get one of each, too? To check them out?
I don't know. You probably have to pay for them.
Yeah.
You have to buy them each.
Well, we'd have to,
And you return it.
I can, if you want, yeah, I can do that. But not me. I can try to get a sample of each one.
I don't think the stackables are gonna be comfortable.
I don't either.
I agree.
Well,
Why
what
don't
motion
you
to
see if
second?
you
Do you
can
want,
get a-
you want to withdraw that and request that we get samples to sit on? Or do you want to, would you like your motion to stand and vote on?
If you're able to get other samples, I
I will-
suppose, as
I
long
will-
as we don't have to buy them.
I will, let me request, let's lay this over. And let me see if I can get a sample of each. I don't want to pay for them. I'll see if Rockford Office Supply can deliver a sample of each.
Hey, even if we had to go pick them up, Scott.
It doesn't matter what color, just so we can
Right.
see and feel what they're gonna be like.
Right.
Bring Gene in.
Or any, how about this, anything, any chair maybe they have that has that same leg support system to get a sense of whether they're springy or rocky or stable or not.
Sounds good.
All right. We have a motion on the table.
So move.
Second.
Motion ordered by trustee Gustafson, second by trustee Plock. Clerk, please call the roll.
Kane,
Yes.
Eddie,
I don't know what we're voting on. One more
Laying
time.
it
Scott?
over, Sue.
Yes,
Laying it over to get the, see if we can get the other chairs here so everyone can look at them, samples.
okay, yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Block,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Gustus. Yes.
Thank you. There's no big hurry on that. Any old business? Committee of the whole. Any public comment? Gentlemen? No executive session tonight. I will take entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
Second, motion by trustee Plock, second by trustee Keen. Clerk, please call the roll.
Gustafson. Yes. Dunn,
Yes.
Block,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Petty,
Yes.
Kane.
Yes.
Thank you. We are adjourned.
Excellent.
I think the legs are metal on that stackable chair. I think the seat deck and back are powered.
Congratulations, sir.